Now it's time to move on to our final segment, Connor's conspiracy corner.
God, that was a long sigh. Like you're like
Long
you were like,
sigh.
get ready for some bullshit.
So we always do some conspiracies on the podcast, and this is our latest one.
Wow, that was a very energetic. You really brought the energy on that description.
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
Okay.
Okay.
I think that this one is can be tied back slightly into the events of the past few days.
Okay.
So we'll just start out with a little bit of background, okay? I don't have any dramatic intro this
I'm
time.
gonna guess it's
Because-
Bigfoot.
Frankly, this one isn't that dramatic.
Mhm.
But anyway, so here we go. I also wrote out like a 5-page script so
I
just
think you
gonna-
said this one was quick.
We're ready.
it's it's quick. This is
Yeah, it's just a good
Yeah.
amount
this
of
is
time.
this is shorter than my last few things that
Okay.
I wrote out were. But I'm essentially just going to be reading word for word what I wrote out. So, okay. On the 4th of January, 2012, a user posted an image to a 4chan board known as B. They said that they were looking for highly intelligent individuals. To find them, they had devised a test. Hidden in this image they posted was a message. If you found it, it would lead you on the road to finding them. The message ended with "Good luck," signed 3301. Anybody know what this is?
Cicada or what? Yeah.
What?
Okay,
You know
yeah,
about
yeah,
cicada?
Yeah, I'm in.
Y'all Qaeda?
No.
Cicada.
Y'all cicada?
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting.
I'm excited to talk about.
I don't know what
this.
you're talking
Do you
about.
know much about it?
Like high
I
level.
thought that
High
if
level.
anybody knew anything about it, it
What?
would be you because that's the only one that would really make sense.
Yeah.
So, unbeknownst to those seeing the message at the time, someone had just set in motion one of the most elaborate scavenger hunts the internet has ever seen. Within minutes of the image being posted, someone discovered that by opening the file in a text editor, an appended string of readable text could be found. This string contained a cipher that, once deciphered, formed a link to yet another image. At first, this image appeared to be a dead end, but using an application known as OutGuess, users were able to extract hidden information embedded in the image. This extracted information led to a subreddit, which contained information about a book with a code. Using the code with the book could then be used to uncover a phone number that, when called, played this pre-recorded message. Classic. The message was, "Very good. You have done well. There are 3 prime numbers associated with the original final.jpg image. 3301 is one of them. You will have to find the other 2, multiply all 3 of these numbers together, and add a .com on the end to find the next step. Good luck and goodbye." By the following day, the initial image had been reposted all over the internet. Okay?
Okay.
So, now we have a growing number of armchair detectives.
Great.
Mhm.
The-
Always
the
a good
Reddit
thing. That only goes
sleuths.
well,
They
yeah.
begin to dig into this puzzle, okay?
Yeah.
But nobody was really quite sure what to make of it at this point. It was
Yeah.
just a random 4chan post, which known for trolls,
Yeah.
everything like that. They wondered what the puzzle was for, who was behind it, what happens when you reach the end. Some naturally dismissed it as an elaborate joke, while others perceived its complexity as evidence against it being the work of a mere troll. Which sort of makes sense, but I could also see a troll going to those
For
links.
sure.
Before long, rumors began to circulate that it could be the work of some secret society or intelligence agency with the intent of recruiting individuals proficient in cryptography, steganography, and other related fields. But of course, that was nothing but a rumor. The 2 numbers mentioned in the recording proved to be the dimensions of the original image, 509, 503, and the number that they signed the letter as, 3301. After multiplying the width and the height with 3301 and using the product as a web address, users were taken to a website. The website consisted of a countdown as well as a picture of a cicada. When the countdown
Ooh.
reached 0, the page was updated with a list of coordinates with the phrase, "Find our symbol at the location nearest to you." It was 14 different locations in 5 different countries across the world. A few of those locations were in the United States, and then the rest were on the Eastern Hemisphere. So this signified that it was an international collective,
Mhm.
effort to get these locations out there. It was now up to the participants living near these coordinates to get out and go investigate further. Those who believed Cicada to be the work of an organization now felt their beliefs to be justified. In their opinion, only some international collective had the means to create a scavenger hunt of this magnitude.
Okay.
Once all of the locations were researched and investigated, they discovered posters with the cicada symbol and a QR code. The codes linked to an image. The image contained a riddle. The riddle led to a book, and the book led to a website again. But here, the puzzle took an unexpected turn. Only a select group of first arrivals to this website were accepted into the final stage of the puzzle. The site eventually closed down with the message, "We want the best, not the followers." The finalists were also warned not to collaborate with each other nor to share the details of the private stage of this puzzle. After nearly a month of silence, an image appeared on the subreddit announcing the conclusion of the puddle. Of the puzzle, not the puddle.
Is a deep ass inquisitive puddle.
And just like that, it was over.
And that's it.
No, that's not it.
Roll credits.
Roll credits.
Cicada claimed that they found the highly intelligent individuals that they were looking for, and whatever happened to them is a bit of a mystery. The complete lack of an explanation was confirmation to many that the whole time this puzzle was nothing but a wild goose chase intent on wasting everyone's time. After all the questions raised by the original image remained unanswered, what was the puzzle for, who was behind it, and what happens when you reach the end? However, as it later turned out, this was only the beginning.
Oh, shit.
We've only
What
do you
just
think?
begun.
What do you think so far?
We've only just begun. What do I think so far?
Yeah, or
I don't know,
anybody.
dude. It's just like some fucking, what do they call it? Where it's like it's called a something game.
Arg?
Arc. Yes.
Arg?
Yeah, yeah,
Arg,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
That's what a lot
It's
of
like an
people
arc
thought.
thing.
That's what a lot of people thought.
And it kills me how many people got so angry about it. Though.
Yeah.
They're like, they're wasting our time, and it's like they never said you had to do.
Can I
Yeah.
ask
this.
questions
don't
as a
know
person
why.
who doesn't know what an ARG is?
Alternate
please
reality
do.
game.
Elaborate, please.
So,
Yes, please do.
what's a recent one that happened? I don't know if I have any examples of recent ones, but an alternate reality game is essentially
Large scale LARPing.
more or less, yeah, more or less, yeah.
Like, really.
It's an attempt of a company that usually has something to promote. So I know that
Cloverfield
that-
did it.
yeah, Cloverfield did it.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Robot did it.
I kind of
Mr. Robot revealed like an app where you played through and solved puzzles and
I
stuff.
get
and
it.
gave
It's
you,
like
you know,
you're at a
Yeah.
park and you're on your phone and a person comes up to you and like throws a rock at you with a piece of paper that says like Slushco has something to do with big old
Kinda, yeah.
monsters.
Yeah.
I guess
And like
so.
it's so weird.
Kinda,
It's so
yeah.
weird that you get
Yeah.
on Facebook and you're like a person hit me with a
Slushco
rock
and
with a note
monsters,
written
yeah.
on it.
I guess that's
Yeah.
kind
I'm
of it.
gonna-
Yeah.
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 So, more or less.
Large scale LARPing. I stand by that.
Yeah, that's
I
an
think it's
accurate
fair.
description.
After nearly a month of silence, now remember this is 2012, okay, that
Mhm.
this starts. And by now, it's been a few months at least later in the year.
It's been a while.
And after nearly a month of silence, an image appeared on the subreddit announcing the conclusion of the puzzle. And just like that, it was over. They found the intelligent people, right? That's where we left off.
This sounds just like Ready Player One.
Now,
What?
I don't know.
No,
In
it
what
doesn't.
way?
all of a sudden, a second puzzle gets released. Now, what people didn't realize at the time, but what they had now realized was that whoever created these puzzles had the foresight to include an authentication code known as a PGP signature with every clue so that they could verify that it wasn't just some random person,
trying
you know,
trying to like trick them or
yeah,
something.
Yeah.
trying to fuck everybody's progress up or whatever, blah blah blah. This allowed them to verify that an image or message was actually from Cicada as opposed to some imposter.
Mhm.
Cicada had repeatedly warned of such false paths and insisted that any message lacking a valid PGP signature should be promptly disregarded. That's why the next image, posted exactly a year and a day after the first, so 2013 now,
Damn.
provoked such a frenzy. The image read, "Hello again. Our search for intelligent individuals now continues. The first clue is hidden within this image. Find it, and it will send you on the road to finding us. We look forward to meeting the few that will make it all the way through. Good luck. Signed 3301.
What a good Seussical rhyme there.
Except
There were a year of imitations, people putting out fake puzzles, not the signature. The signature was not on those puzzles, so everybody pretty much knew. And then Cicada came back, and it was round 2. The second puzzle was not too dissimilar from the first one. Once again, I'm pretty much glossing over the contents of the puzzles because it's just typical puzzle and cryptography stuff. We don't really care about it. It's just,
please dive deep, my friend.
I can't.
I'm kidding.
Because I chose not to.
I've made this decision already before.
The image enclosed a message. The message led to another book. The book produced a link, and gradually the puzzle unfolded. At one point, a recording titled "The Instar Emergence" was uncovered. There's 2 recordings that are uncovered during this. It's weirdly just music. I don't know if there's any other meaning to it, but it's just weird lyricless music that this guy embedded into these.
I'm picturing like a creepy box somebody opens.
I thought
that
about
just like
I thought about finding this actual song because in a video that I watched about this, they actually played it, but it's not. It's just a song that this guy chose to embed into the puzzle for whatever reason. Another clue led to a cryptic Twitter account, which then led to an image. And that image proved vital to the progression of this puzzle. But the inclusion of a runic alphabet on this image would remain a mystery for quite some time.
Can I pause you for a minute?
Yeah.
Okay, so we've kind of talked about this before. I want to throw this out here. This is my current theory on this, okay? I think this is KFC advertising. that's my theory right now. With how insane they've gone with their advertising.
You plug in all the coordinates and it's Rob Lowe as the colonel in like text form.
Were those monoliths not KFC recordings? Because but listen, they then released their KFC gaming console system, and the monoliths were in
Listen,
the
their
trailers
advertising is off the fucking rails.
There's a KFC gaming
Whoa,
console.
I didn't bring that up because I thought everybody knew about it.
It's a gaming console and an air fryer for your
Whoa.
chicken.
No, it's
Or
a chicken warmer.
Warmer, yeah.
Guys,
It's a chicken
I thought
warmer.
you knew
we
about
need to
this.
back up like 17 steps.
I didn't include that in the articles because I thought you knew about that.
I've been trying to listen to what you're saying while drunk and make a connection, and then you throw at me, hey, by the way, KFC's got a gaming system, air fryer, a film with Mario Lopez.
Hold on. It's
What's
not a game. It's a computer called the KF console, and it's a chicken warmer in it that I think just uses the heat from the GPU.
But that's definitely what I
to
want.
warm
Lots
your
of
chicken.
hot grease in my computer.
Whoever is doing marketing
It's
for
only like
KFC
$2,000.
is my fucking hero.
And so that's what I'm saying. That's what I think. Legitimately, this is going to be a long game KFC advertising.
Yeah.
That's going to be it.
The next image, posted exactly a year and a day after the first, provoked such a frenzy. The image read, "Hello again. Our search for intelligent individuals now continues. The first clue is hidden within this image. Find it, and you will be on the road to finding us. We look forward to meeting the few that make it all the way through. Good luck. Signed again, 3301." So we've got a year. A year passes by. People imitate these posts, but they don't have the official PGP signature. And then comes round 2. Cicada's back. And as we talked about before, the second puzzle was not too dissimilar from the first. The image enclosed a message. The message led back to a book. The book produced a link, and it unfolded. They found that song that we talked about, the Instar Emergence. And just like the first puzzle, the second one overflowed into the physical world, leaving more locations for people to visit. This time it was 8 in 4 different countries. But eventually the trail went cold again. Another select group of first arrivals had been accepted into the final stage of the puzzle. But unlike the first puzzle, the second did not conclude with an official message from Cicada. Cicada simply vanished, leaving us no further explanations. But this was still not the end.
Oh.
A year later,
So
once
what year
again,
is this now?
as of that point, it was 2013.
Okay.
So now, at the beginning of 2014, it was time for round 3. Once again, the image enclosed a message. The message led to a book. The book produced a link, and it was more of the same. Except this time, the puzzle seemed to revolve around a strange book. The book was titled Liber Primus, meaning first book in Latin, and was evidently written by Cicada. The runic alphabet that we talked about earlier, that was on a post that he made. You know, rune. You've been playing God of War.
Love God of
You know what
War.
the runic alphabet looks
Mhm.
like now. The runic alphabet, uncovered in 2013, finally made sense as the book Liber Primus. Even though the title is in Latin, for some reason the book is written in runic,
Okay.
which doesn't make much
Interesting.
sense to me.
All right.
But the book was primarily written in these runes. But the translated meanings of this was cryptic at best. It contained various philosophical and ideological beliefs and appeared to be this person's manifesto or this group's manifesto.
Oh, manifestos always.
That's
Yeah.
never a good word to
Yeah,
throw behind your
exactly.
ideology.
Yeah, manifestos never like, anyway, this is how
Yep.
I fix humanity.
Yeah.
So many have since compared the strange writings to that of a cult. Nevertheless, the book also comprised a myriad of clues and codes for these puzzles. One page advised participants to seek out a website on the deep web, but that site remains undiscovered.
Deep
Another
web.
page led to a website containing yet another recording titled Interconnectedness. This is another weird song,
Okay.
just some sort of ethereal music that I don't know if they made it or if they found it and shared it, but however, still a significant portion of the book has yet to be translated. The runic text on some of the pages appear to be obfuscated by layers of encryption that have yet to be decrypted. Of the 74 pages that this person or this group wrote featuring runes, only 19 of them have been successfully translated. Then we have another year pass. 2015 came and went without the reveal of a new puzzle.
True.
Many came to suspect the Liber Primus had to be completed if Cicada was to return. This was more or less confirmed at the beginning of 2016 when Cicada encouraged a re examination of the book with a new message. They said, "Hello. The path lies empty. Epiphany seeks the devoted. Liber Primus is the way. Its words are the map. Their meaning is the road. And the numbers are the direction. Seek and you will be found."
So I thought this all sounded like cool technological, like cryptography nerds up
Mhm.
until this point when it turned into hippie bullshit. And now I'm a lot less impressed.
Align your chakra along the western
There's a
side.
Yeah.
This book is the map. And
there's a
the,
few
and the words
theories.
are the
And the key
road.
is your
Yeah.
soul.
Yeah.
There's
I
a
don't like
few
them anymore.
there's a few theories that sort of relate to what you just said that we'll get to
That
in
it's
just a
hippie
little
bullshit.
bit. Yeah.
It's for goop, isn't
So,
it?
and that's pretty much all that happened. More
Goop sounds
years
very accurate. It sounds like something
It
Goop would
sounds like
do.
some goop
more
bullshit.
years have gone by with minimal progress on translating of this runic alphabet, near complete silence from Cicada, and the questions raised by the original image have gone ignored. What is the purpose of these puzzles? Who is behind them? And what happens when you reach the end? If we choose to believe, so you remember how earlier I said that those that got to the final stage weren't allowed to share that
Mhm.
information with anybody?
Mm-hmm.
Naturally,
They shared that
people
information with
shared
some
that
people.
information. So,
because they're human. Yeah. I
if we
get it.
choose to believe some of the leaked information from the private end stage of each puzzle, which, let's clarify, we can't necessarily confirm that they're,
Or deny.
somebody could have just made this shit up and posted it claiming to be a
Yeah.
member of that end stage. So take this with a grain of salt, but like you do all conspiracies.
No, I buy
Um,
him 100%
Makes sense.
face value.
If we do choose to believe some of the leaked information from the private end stage of each puzzle, then we do gain some insight as to who this group may be. For example, at the end of each puzzle, finalists supposedly received this email. In it, Cicada described themselves as an international group who believe that privacy is an inalienable right.
Okay.
The aim of each puzzle is to recruit like minded individuals in an effort to develop privacy conscious solutions. Then the email then concludes with 3 questions. The questions being 1. Do you believe that every human being has a right to privacy and anonymity and is within their rights to use tools to help obtain and maintain privacy? The question's weird. Privacy, cache, strong encryption, and anonymity software, etc. Do you believe that information should be free? And do you believe that censorship harms humanity?
So this all concerns me greatly now, because at first it kind of starts out with like, we just care about privacy, and in the technological era that's important, and it very quickly shifted into like, we want to sell cocaine and child porn. Like that's exactly what that immediately shifted into. I no longer.
Here's your Wayfair cabinet named Shelly for $7,000.
So the PGC, but we see this. This is what I just read is a screenshot of a leaked email that somebody supposedly received being in the final stage.
Yeah.
But the email did not have the PGP signature that they mentioned earlier. So it would have confirmed the authenticity if it was there, but it was conveniently removed, they say, by the leaker. So we can't know for sure if this is real or not. But the idea of a secret society recruiting individuals is not far-fetched. It sounds a bit absurd, but it's not far-fetched.
I've read a couple books on the topic of code and cryptography in general, and there have been groups like clubs that are just really into it, that recruit by putting messages like this out in like newspapers, on old like ARPANET, on forums and stuff.
Not to mention that
there have been jobs this way too as well. They've used it as a recruitment source where they can actually pull people in.
In 2013, a British intelligence agency known as GCHQ launched a recruitment program known as Can You Find It? Essentially, they gave out a bunch of puzzles, and those who managed to solve these puzzles were offered either a prize or a position at the company. Google did something similar with enigmatic billboards in 2004. U.S. Navy launched a essentially identical program to that of Google in 2014.
Yeah, it's been repeatedly used as a recruitment
It's pretty
tool.
common, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I don't think it's far-fetched to think that this could be some sort of recruitment program
I'm
by
worried
somebody.
it's a recruitment program for like another Silk Road that like...
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's what's worrisome, because it doesn't sound very wholesome.
And then they say, what about the finalists, though? If this was really happening, if this many people really made it to the end, why haven't we heard from them? We have, actually. But it's just that, just like not being able to confirm the existence of that email, you kind of have to take all of these people that claim that they were one of the finalists with a grain of salt. Maybe they're just
prove that.
Maybe they're just lying to get some attention. But in 2015, Rolling Stone interviewed 2 of these alleged finalists. They chronicled the events beyond the final stage, and they said that they received an email from Cicada, and then they were taken to a forum on the dark web. Here they could communicate with 20-something odd recruits, as well as a handful of established members of Cicada. They were told that Cicada 3301 had been started by a group of friends who shared common ideals about security, privacy, and censorship.
These group of friends are like Epstein, isn't it? Like, for real. Like, this is all just grosser and grosser the more
The
it
goal
goes.
was to work as a collective to develop software applications in line with that ideology. As friends recruited friends, this secret society quickly expanded into a decentralized international organization. The recruits were then tasked with developing software that fit the ideology of the group, and members of Cicada would oversee their progress. But these supposed finalists that were now recruited, without the allure of a puzzle to be solved, they quickly lost interest. And this is where it's a little bit weird, because at this point, we've already talked about the existence of this group up until 2016. But the Rolling Stones interview with these alleged finalists say that by the end of 2012, actually, all of these people had already left except for one. And then a few months later, the site in which all of these finalists communicated was shut down.
Yeah, because, like, for real, when you get down to it, it sounds like a fucking tech startup.
Yeah.
And no one wants to work for a fucking tech startup where it's like, me and my buddies.
Hey,
have
do you
this
want to
great-
develop my app?
We have this $1 million idea, guys. We'll pay you in shares. Like,
And
that's what it sounds like when you got down to it.
And
like,
that's
fuck
it.
that.
They never heard from, as of this person, I'm saying, the Rolling Stones interviewed person, they never heard from Cicada again after that.
Oh.
So there was...
Cicada sounds like a Bond villain organization.
Yeah,
It does,
Cicada.
yeah.
This
The
is-
Cicada Corp.
This is more or less the end of this story.
Okay.
But there were a few interesting points that I wanted to point out. They made their last public statement in April of 2017, allegedly. warning against disinformation and asking to always verify the PGP signature. If anything else came out, they wanted to let people know, look for that signature because if it actually is us, it'll be there. But then there was one other finalist that was interviewed, which I think this is kind of cool
Yeah.
to think about. But he said that finalist, he's got a YouTube channel actually. Hold on, let me see if I can find it real fast to see if it still exists. Nox Populi.
It's goatsy.com.
Yep.
Nox
What is that
Populi, he's got 25,000
twisty dick one?
subscribers. He's says about a series by one of the 2013 winners of the Cicada 3301 puzzle, showing the step-by-step solving process as well as discussing a more realistic, fact-based view of the organization. So this finalist, Nox Populi, which this is the coolest part, I think, he says that he believed that Cicada was the remnants of the cypherpunk movement from the 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
Which was essentially an advocate for, widespread strong cryptography and privacy enhancing technologies. And I just thought that was really
that could be really cool.
It's
a bunch of like phone freakers around.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
I just think that's
is.
so.
I like that idea.
I know.
I don't like the dark web cocaine.
Yeah,
child porn
I
idea.
agree with that.
That one's a lot more sad. But that's kind of what it sounds
But
like.
yeah,
at the same time.
that's the story of Cicada 3301.
Okay, guys, 100%. I'm all in on this. Is like really elaborate KFC advertising.
Yeah.
That's
Like
what I like to imagine.
I like Chris's theory that like it all leads to Rob Lowe dressed as purpose.
Which connecting to a recent PearCast or
DanPearBig stream, which is me. I'm
Yeah.
DanPearBig.
Yeah.
What was the game where
Fox Hunt. We played Fox Hunt recently, which is on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/DanPearBig.
Rob Lowe in the most recent KFC marketing campaign was he was the colonel in one of those videos.
Yes.
And he's in Fox Hunt as whatever the fuck he is in that game.
Yes.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
It all comes back to KFC and Rob Lowe. That's my theory.
I'm really fascinated by the idea that KFC has a air fryer video game console / conspiracy machine. No, maybe they all tie in. Maybe like the air fryer video game console is a code generator for the.
It's a chicken warmer, not an air fryer. Let's be clear.
Oh my God!
Chicken
Are we
warmer.
gonna?
You can't fry a chicken.
Are we gonna? Hey, is it a heating element in the easy bake oven or is it a light bulb?
Oh, Connor's showing a picture to Chris of the KF console.
The KF console. Get your greasy chicken nice and
This is
hot.
what they
while
were
you play
hoping.
video
They were really
games.
waiting for somebody to decipher that book.
Finger licking
This is
ray
real?
tracing.
Yeah.
As of the KFC website and the Cooler Master.
you can
Has
buy it right
anybody
now.
Ever bought one? Is
It's
it
expensive.
I do not. Is there a buy link on the website?
Yeah, it's expensive. It's like $2,400.
Well, seeing as I will be winning the lottery soon, I'll
That's
make sure to buy 3 or 4 of
true.
them.
And then
Good
we can
idea.
all have one.
Well, the KF console LAN party.
What are the
Yes.
specs though?
Really good. It's a really powerful
It's
PC.
actually
So if it's $2,400 and it's as good as this computer and has an air fryer, it's worth it.
It's not an air fryer. It's a chicken
Chris.
warmer.
It is capable of probably the same quality of gaming that your
Yeah, it
PC's
probably
capable
is.
of,
This is
plus
disappointing.
ray
Added
tracing.
bonus, your
Okay.
entire house can reek of fried chicken
Yeah.
forever. because it
And
will
your
saturate
controller or
everything.
keyboard can be covered
I saw a
in
really
grease.
funny
Yep.
meme that was it was a picture of burnt chicken and it said my chicken after playing Cyberpunk 2077 on my KF console because it
I
gets
just,
so
like,
hot.
The only problem with it is that like I don't want to eat chicken and play video games at the same time.
You know what's the
Yeah.
problem?
I'm not opposed to doing those two things.
You know
at
what's the
same
problem
time.
is
I'm not
Connor
opposed
just-
to eating chicken while I do anything.
Connor
guys.
just went on a rant about a 20-minute conspiracy. Not a rant, sorry, that's offensive. Connor just went on
I'm
telling
not-
us in detail about
I'm not offended at
a
all
20-minute
by that.
conspiracy theory, and then we come back and we can't stop talking about the KF console.
okay.
I don't
That's our
give a
takeaway.
I just want to say
I'm more interested in talking about the KF console. than
I
think we-
realized I set that off, and I'm sorry, but
I think we
No,
should all be in agreement, though.
I'm not offended.
That if they had successfully deciphered the runic book, it would have
Well,
given us
The KFC.
the KF.
It
This
probably
brings
is,
us to
it probably
next
is the
time's
secret herbs and
segment.
spices.
or we're gonna spend the entire 2.5 hours deciphering the runic alphabet.
Yes.
Which
of
I think
that
is going to
book.
tell
Yep.
us the secret
console's
blend
gonna
of
come out.
herbs and spices. that
Yeah,
KFC
that's a
chicken-
good
Yep.
point.
Yeah.
Valid.
But I think that is
And
as
what's in cane sauce?
Oh, dude,
Ooh.
we've
make our own.
made
We'll
homemade
give you
cane
our
sauce. We'll give you the recipe.
I'm
dude.
gonna guess
we got the
it's-
hookup.
good.
It's ranch dressing and horseradish.
No
Is
ranch
it
nor
cane?
neither one of those ingredients.
Is it Raising Cane himself, the dog?
It's-
You
Yeah.
mix
No.
up the
Ground
dog.
up.
It's a little bit of Herman
You give
Cain's
'em a-
ashes.
I don't know how they've had it
In
for so
every
long.
dose of
I don't know if
Raising
they've like
Cane.
burnt off a couple fingers of his or what, but yeah, it's
There
Herman
is.
Cain's ashes.
It's like How High, only it's Herman Cain.
Yeah.
Herman Cain timeline of coronavirus.
Oh, no.
yeah. Oh Jesus. Speaking of irony,
He's fine.
right?
He's still
The
tweeting.
hoax, It's
That I
fine.
keep thinking.